Radio Super.
Oh, man, welcome back to the Gray Space 2023. I'm Zeke. That is Dre.
Yes, sir.
And we got another fire one for you guys this week. Just you and me?
Yeah, man. Just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
We here, man. First of all, how was your New Year's? You know what I mean?
It was good. Subscribe to become part of the tribe.
Ooh.
Do us right. Hit that like and comment if you're rocking with the content. Now, how was your New Year?
That was fire, bro. I ain't gonna stunt. I ain't even gonna stunt. It was good, man. It was good, man. You know what I mean? We had a little, got down. You know what I'm saying, with the fam bam, and had some drinks. You know what I mean? And it was good, man. I am excited that the lag is over. The holiday.
I am so happy when it's over, man.
The holiday
I'm so happy
lag.
when it's over.
Yeah. The holiday lag is something that is it's cool when you're in it. But it takes you a good week to recover from.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I think we just talked about we barely.
Well, because we're shooting this. This is a weekend, so we're shooting this on the weekend, and the week after, basically New Year's,
right?
And just barely starting to feel normal.
Barely.
Again. There's something about routine though that I kind of enjoy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't like to be stuck all the time, but what I mean is just it just, there's a lot going on, during the holidays, right? So you're either going to travel somewhere, and I don't mean very far. I mean, I traveled to Cali, but you mean, you're traveling to your mom's, or you're traveling to the in-laws or whatever it may be, right? You're just out and about and you're kind of just doing stuff with the fam and, just kind of having a good time and stuff like that, and it just gets tiring, dude.
It does.
It's just all right, man. I need that. Okay, let's get back into the rhythm of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We took break off of doing the podcast for a little bit,
did, yep.
So I'm glad we're back here.
Yep.
Doing it. We're back in the DB studio.
Back in the DB studios,
man. We've been at the Z studio for a minute,
yeah.
man. We've been there for 2 months.
We had to break out the duster and then God, there's comments in here.
But I agree with you, man. I'm happy that it's. I'm not saying I'm happy it's over, but I'm 2023. Let's go. You know what I mean?
We actually talked about this at the beginning of last year, but I'm gonna bring it back up because every year is different
For sure.
What are your feelings on, just real quick, your feelings on resolutions? Because I feel like this year, more than any other year, you're not really hearing people really talk about resolutions the way they used to.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not hearing.
I feel like a lot of people are they have goals, they have things that they want to do, but nobody's super committal to this, and this. It's you know what? It's almost like everybody just wants to wipe the slate clean, the slate clean,
right?
The slate clean,
right?
And start new and just whatever they're gonna try, but hopefully they get there. But I haven't really heard a bunch of people or even seen a bunch of New Year's resolution. We're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing. So what's your thoughts on it? So for right now, just for right now in this moment,
right? So if I remember correctly, New Year's resolutions are just kind of silly to me, anyways. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna do something, just do it. No matter what it is, if it's working out, if it's eating better, if it's whatever it is, whatever change you want to do, don't wait till the New Year, just do it. If you're going to do it, just do it. There's nothing wrong with it being the New Year, especially if it's a late type of thing. You're just man, I want to change this, and it just so happens to be December 22nd.
Right.
And you're like, well, I could wait 2 weeks, and I know I'm going to be eating so terrible.
Right.
I'll change my eating, whatever. So New Year's resolutions, I just don't care necessarily about New Year's resolutions. But I will say this about this particular year, 2023. I'm happy it's 2023. What's weird is everybody's saying how shit 2022 was. I don't think it was shit necessarily. Like, obviously, we've been through some 2020. Come on, dude, was a shit year. Right? Okay. 2022 was like stagnant to me, man. It was just I don't know, and especially later in the year. And I think that's why I'm so happy to get out of the holidays too.
Okay.
And it's just like, I think for this year, 2023, moving in just a set, like, good path.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so not necessarily a resolution, but kind of steering myself in, like, kind of reining myself in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, whether that's, eating a little bit better, working out a little bit harder, making sure we're doing this podcast and the What You Heards and all that kind of stuff, because we kind of fell a little bit flat. Like, that's what I'm saying. Things were just stagnant.
Yeah.
In every aspect of life. So I feel like, okay, let's hone all this in, and let's take a nice road that we could go down. You know what I'm saying? We could change lanes, left, right,
right.
And kind of maneuver. But if we stay in this nice highway that, I think things will be good. At least that's what I'm kind of mentally preparing for 2023.
Yeah, I think 2022, man, was a year, was a weird year. It was a year of, even when we looked up the amount of work that we had done, we didn't really feel like we had done it.
We felt like we're like, man, did we do enough?
And we put in a lot of work. We just felt like we left some on the table.
And I really think it was, I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
But I really just want to that point, we did do a lot. I really think it was at the end of the year where it got really stagnant for us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we could go down roads, but I mean, it just really got stagnant
It
for
did.
us.
It did. And I think the other thing about 2022, man, that, when you say it was stagnant, weird, and it was a year of, like, loss, like a lot of loss, like just people just dropping like flies, whether it was family members, friends of family members, celebrities. Like, the last few years have been like that, but I felt like 2022 was the year of, like, damn, him, like, her, like, and the ages of a lot of these people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And, it was, I think people were kind of just like, let's just get to see what next year brings. We felt that way about 2020, right? And then when we got into 2021, boom, we lost freaking Kobe, right? Like, so, there's always going to be these weird things that happen, but I think a lot of people are looking, I'm on the same page as you, though, as far as, like, just trying to own everything in, reel it in, focus on what's in front of us, you know what I'm saying? Focus on what's in front of me and work to just get better, you know what I'm saying? Just get better every day, whether it's the podcast, whether it's being a husband, being a father, being a son, being a friend, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So even when I do my prayers, man, that's what I pray for. Be a better husband, be a better father, better son, better friend. So, I think that's all we can do. And in the recent times, man, we just had something that happened recently, man, that shook. Talk about a way to start 2023 is, we had something recently that shook America. In the sudden health scare of a football player for the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
And for those who are unaware, and let me make sure I get it all right.
Damar
Hamlin. Damar Hamlin. Thank you. My mind was drawing a blank. Damar Hamlin fell of a cardiac arrest during football game against Cincinnati Bengals. By the time this comes out, we've all seen what happened. As of the time that we're shooting this, He is well. He is, as well as he can be.
Real quick, I just watched the video before I came over here, man. So he has like kind of woken up a little bit. He's obviously still on the breathing apparatus, the oxygen and stuff. He has woken up, but he has not spoken yet.
No, he has.
Not the last thing I saw. Has he spoken? He was writing the last time I saw.
So he was writing.
Mm-hmm.
He woke up.
Because the first thing he asked was, "Did we win?"
Right,
which I thought was a really good sign.
It was a great sign because that means that he was aware of where he was before everything happened.
Right.
Doctors praise that he actually was on video call with the team as of yesterday.
Okay,
as of yesterday. So Bills coach McDermott came out and said he was on FaceTime with the team, talked to the team. Still, trying to get but he's off the breathing apparatus. He is. They took him off.
Good.
He is breathing on his own right now. And they're just working to, keep him going. The doctor said this is really best case scenario for him as far as him not losing, as far as they can tell, any type of like severe memory loss or anything like that from lack of oxygen to the brain. So they said, not only is he here, but he's home is what they actually said. They said not only is he here, but he's home. So he understands where he is. He understands what happened. He understands, he knows who his family is. He knows he knows who he is.
Right.
But that being said, when it happened, it shook, it shook the country, man. And people that don't even watch football, people that are part-timey fans, people that hate football, we're all rooting for this young man. And it goes to show you, man, that, when we talk about 2023, I think the biggest thing is that we can't take stuff for granted, bro. You know what I mean? In a culture that has become so quick to get rid of people, in a culture that's become so quick to have a divide between each other. Let's look for the argument. Let's look for the fight. Let's look for how I can be different, how I can argue with your point just so I can argue with you. When a moment like that happens, you don't see a young black man. You see your brother, right? You see a son, you see a cousin, you see an uncle, like you see a family member, especially with the past year and so many instances of people passing away from some type of cardiac arrest or heart attack or something like that. And then if you see the hit, right? Like if you see what actually happened, we still don't know what the actual cause was. Right. We don't know what the cause was. But as of right now, all they can assume is it was the hit. Right. It was hitting a certain spot that made the heart basically
in a quick millisecond.
Because
it's
it
so
was
rare.
It was such an ordinary it wasn't extreme contact. Like we've seen way more violence in football than we saw with this hit.
By the way,
and he got up.
Yeah. By the way, go look at the there's like a chart out there that shows like if that is the way what happened, right? Like the way your heart beats or whatever. So they did like this heartbeat, right?
Right.
And there's only like this. It is.
The chances are ridiculous.
That's why it doesn't happen that often because it's so like minute, man. You got to look at the chart because it really puts it in perspective how fast that, even though it's blown up to like, so you can see under your computer screen. Right. But how like just this sliver of a chance. And that was the sliver of it hitting.
Right.
And it basically just knocked his heart out. It was done.
Right.
It just went boop. Okay, we're done. So talk about it. If that's what happened.
If that's what happened.
We don't. We still don't know. We might not know for a long time either.
Right.
There might be. I mean, he might have a long road ahead of him, not just from that, recovery wise, but from the perspective of finding out what actually happened.
Right.
Because you hopefully it is that it's just the hit and not some
underlying condition that he didn't know about.
Yeah, that's been dormant for whatever 20 years of his life.
Yeah, 24 years old, man.
So, I mean, I think best case scenario is from the hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because and then that way, okay, there's no underlying condition. It's just a weird fluke that,
right,
that it happened,
right.
So I kind of wonder if he's going to play again or not, but,
Yeah, I mean,
I guess we'll find, obviously we won't find anything out until April, May, June.
Yeah, just super happy that he's back, that he's alive.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Because I think that was the thing that everybody, as you're waiting on the news, you're expecting the worst. You're sitting there like, damn. Well, because it's cardiac arrest, bro.
Right, that's
done.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to search for the word. It's just crazy.
Like, yeah, it's why. And so, for the medical team that went out there and for them to do what they did, and revive that man, is incredible. The action that they took. So, but yeah, man, it just goes to show you, man, even in the game of football, sports, how we talk about athletes, how we talk about, oh, you're getting paid all this money, how we, how we're so quick to judge. It's like, yeah, man, but they're putting their bodies on the line to entertain us, right? So that we can be entertained. And not only that, man, you got to watch how you got to watch how you treat people, talk about people, man, because you just never freaking know. You never know when this is going to be the last time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, that is so important, man. I think, and that's why I think it captivated a lot of people that probably, like you said, hate football,
right?
Hate sports, like don't care. Guaranteed you heard about this,
and
guarantee you saw it on social media somewhere,
right?
That's how I found out about it, because I don't have basic cable, ESPN. I don't have any of that,
right.
I caught it on social media, and I was like, I saw it, obviously the next day,
right.
Monday night game, happened on a Tuesday, or I mean, I saw it on a Tuesday, and it was just everywhere, and I was like, wait, what happened? And I, watched the hit, all that stuff, and it was crazy, but I think, I'm not saying I wasn't affected by it, but I really talked to a lot of people who were watching the game live.
Yeah.
And I think they were more.
Yeah, if you saw it live, like.
It was crazy to watch it on a replay. Like, for me, the next day.
Right.
And I was, holy crap. You know, what just happened? Mm-hmm. That was a hit?
Yeah.
That really? You know what I mean? Just because you see, if you watch any type of football over the course of years.
Come on now.
Even if you don't, right?
Right.
I've seen neck injuries where they have, putting people, and then they have the halos around them the next day.
Right.
Legs being contorted in a different way.
Yeah.
I've seen some
vicious,
crazy stuff, dude. Never see, you just never see anything like that.
No, not for somebody to get up and then pass out.
And I think that's what resonated with I think a lot of people, because it's just like, oh shit, that can happen to anybody.
Right.
Right. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a hit. It could just be like, I'm sitting in this chair, I get up and I could just collapse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody knows the hour, time, minute of, if something's going to happen.
Right.
And to your point, I think a lot of people, and including us, that's why we wanted to talk about it, is we wanted people to know, make sure you're telling your loved ones that you love them. And, I know we talk, and we get mad and we, emotions get into play, and, just remember that, man. And, and try to be a little bit better, of not getting so quick to anger or rushing, especially when it's people that you love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, we could go down people that we don't even know, but like just the people that we love, right? And sometimes we say the stupidest shit to one another.
Yeah, we do.
We really do, man. And it's just petty. It's stupid shit most of the time because we're irritated. We didn't get enough sleep, whatever.
Right.
But I think it's good to kind of be like, hey, don't say that, whatever is going through your head, because you might not see him again.
Right.
You might die on your way to work.
Right.
Driving your car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, thank God that hasn't happened, or, but I mean, dude, you never know. Once you walk outside, I mean, you don't even have to walk outside. You could, like I said, you could be sitting on the couch, get up, and have a heart attack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
In you not knowing you have an underlying condition. So just be pleasant to the people that you love, man. You know?
For sure. And that kind of leads me into something else I want to talk about, man, is, well, thanks for slamming the damn door in the background. Jesus
right?
Christ. Yeah. Leads me into something else I want to talk about. Recently saw something on my internet scrolling, my social media scrolling, as we all do, and I came across a clip that really resonated with me. Specifically, it was talking about men and you know how hard men work, and how hard men are expected to work, and how hard men expect themselves to work. But I'm gonna use it. I want to take it because the point can be applied to all people. And the point was allowing people to celebrate you. I think a lot of times we, especially as men, but even just everyday people, grown-ups, especially adults as we get older, we tend to, no, it's my birthday, don't do, it's Father's Day, no, I'm good, I don't need nothing, it's this, I'm good, I don't need nothing. And you do, though. The first point is we all do. We all deserve to be celebrated. Most of us do, right? Depending on what kind of human beings we are. But most of us
right. Most of us do. Sure.
We do,
I
right?
agree.
And I think when you don't allow people to do that, you do two things. For one, you're doing a disservice to them because people want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate our loved ones, right? We've all been on the other side of it. We want to show our moms,
right,
our dads, our friends, our brothers, our whoever, our loved ones. Hey, man, happy birthday, man. We're freaking glad you're still here, man. You know what I mean? Happy Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day. The uncles, the aunties, whoever. And so we need to recognize that within ourselves when it comes to people that are around us that love us. We need to recognize that they're doing that because they want to do that. It makes them feel good. And damn it, keep it a buck. Don't it feel nice getting shit from time to time?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We can say we don't, and we honestly don't. Like, if we don't get anything, we will not be hurt. A lot of us just want peace, want time, want to sit and watch the game, and that could be present enough. But man, you get a little gift on Father's Day or on your birthday.
And it doesn't even have to be necessarily a gift.
A physical gift, right?
Like it could be, I want to take you out to dinner.
Something, man.
I just want to take, and you're like, no, I don't want to do anything for my birthday.
Right.
Well, I ain't going to tell him it's your birthday.
Right.
But can I just want to go, can I go get a drink, whatever it is,
man.
right?
Right.
I've been fighting this battle for a long time,
Good,
man.
man.
Like I've been like, hey man, your birthday's coming up, dude. Let's go get something to eat or something. Let's go get a beer or something. I don't know. Nah, man, I don't want nothing. All right, cool, whatever.
No,
and I
man.
know, but I'm kind of, I'm bagging on you a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But it's true though, because I think do the same thing to you when it's my birthday, right? You're like, man, you want anything? You want to do something? No, I'm good. But I agree with you because sometimes you get in your feelings, right? And you're like, man, I wish I could have done something.
Right.
Even though you're like, I told everybody no, and everybody listened to me.
Right.
But still, there's still a part of you, even though like you're like, I'm good.
Right.
But there's still a part of you that's like, it would have been nice.
It would have been nice.
Because it does feel good, man. And and then you realize, or you should realize, how many people actually love and care for you.
Right.
And I think that's a big takeaway too. Like it just reaffirms that, right? Like I know you love me. I know my mom loves me.
Right.
I know my sisters. I know my other friend. They love me too. Right. But it's something different when they show it to you, and whatever way they show it to you, because everybody shows their love in a different way.
Of course.
Right. We all have our love languages, or you know what I mean, and
1000%.
even like just platonic relationships, not sexual or anything.
Right.
Just and so they will typically do something for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that means a lot.
It does.
You know, and
it means a ton.
And I'm glad you told me that, because you just told me this last night. You're like,
Right.
I want to bring this up. And I said, I was like, cool. And then I thought about it, and I was like, man, I need to stop doing that myself.
Yeah.
And just kind of.
It's actually a selfish way of thinking, bro. And you don't realize it, right? You think you're being selfless by doing it, right? You're like, because you think I don't want to burden anybody with, right? But you're not asking for it.
Right.
You're just simply accepting what somebody wants to do for you. And that's a natural thing, bro. Like we want to take our moms out to dinner. We want to take our wives out to dinner. We want to do things for our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? We want to, give our kids birthday parties or take them to the arcade or whatever. Right. And we want to do those things.
Whatever. Yeah.
We want to do those things randomly as well. Like we want to do them throughout the year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be a special occasion.
It doesn't. But what I'm saying is in those moments when people want to celebrate you.
And it's easier for other people, too, to celebrate you on like a day for Father's Day or for your birthday.
Man.
Or for Christmas.
Right.
Whatever, so let them do that. And as I was thinking about this last night, I was like, I've actually gotten a little bit better about this.
Okay.
And just recently.
Okay.
I mean, my sisters asked me this year, you want to do something for your birthday? And I said, no, I wasn't upset about that because it just didn't feel right for me. And it had nothing to do with like, I don't want nothing. It was just like, timing's weird.
Right.
I don't know, you just life stuff, right?
Legit.
But I tell you what, it worked out because I had one of the most amazing nights ever for my birthday.
You did.
It was absolutely, and it was,
that's right.
And it was absolutely random. And what I did was I just let it go. I didn't fight it. I just let it happen. Went for coffee, then went.
That's a good point.
And went to a sushi place, and then went to arcade bar, and then came home, and a fantastic night, man. That was not even planned. And you know how good that made me feel?
Right.
It really did. It made me feel like appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, I was glowing the next day, because I was like, it was just so random.
Right.
And didn't expect to do it. And it just turned out to be a really special evening that I'll never forget.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think more of us need those.
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying? Let's fill our memories with good ones.
Yeah.
With the people that we love.
And I think too, bro, like I think at the same time, it's like it's not necessarily like if somebody says, hey, what do you want to do? Or did you want to do anything? Or sometimes and you just say
sometimes that's a tough question too.
No, but here's the thing. So so for me, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But instead of saying don't, make sure because this is me. I'm like, don't you dare. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to do nothing.
Right.
I told you I don't want to do nothing. I don't want you to worry about it. Instead of doing that, I think what I can do is no, I really don't want to do anything, but
I wouldn't even say that, bro. Just
if you have
like,
something,
you could say something to the.
Like, I don't need anything.
You don't trouble yourself if it's gonna. You know what I mean? Like, but if you want to do
something, I'm down.
Oh, yeah. So you just let me know.
You let me know.
See, I like
that.
That I like. Yeah.
No, I don't need anything. But if you want to do something, I'm down for whatever.
Right.
I'm cool with that. If you have something planned,
just being more receptive,
being open to it, right?
Correct.
Being receptive to it, and I think that leaves that part of you that feels burdened or feels selfish because you don't want to burden somebody. That takes that off the table,
right?
And it also allows somebody to do it and do it genuinely and to feel good about it. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, I'm doing this for this ungrateful, you know what I'm saying? Like. So, yeah, I think, look, it all goes hand in hand, right? We got to appreciate people more while they're here. And part of that is letting people appreciate us as much as we appreciate them.
Right.
And I think as we move forward in 2023, I think this should really be a point, because it all goes back to mental health. It all goes back to spiritual health, and all of that goes into your physical health. These all create longer lives, better lives, happier lives. And we don't realize it. You know what I mean? I think we're selfish when we don't want to be selfish. We're selfless, even when we don't want to be selfless. Like, you know what I mean? So I think we gotta have a real balance of all of that this year. And really, man, just stay in the moment, bro. Like you said, man, stay in the moment. Let things happen. You know, say more yeses, man. Say more yeses this year. Say more yeses. You know what I mean? You will find out that 9 times out of, and I don't mean like to some stupid shit. I don't like like we're all grown. We're all grown. Right. You know what I mean? Like we know what things we don't want to partake in are dangerous or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But like, stay up for an extra hour, right? Yeah, you got to go to work tomorrow. Work might not fucking be there tomorrow. They might fire your motherfucking ass tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
You might walk into work, they like, hey man, you've been here 35 years, man, go fuck yourself. They might.
Maybe.
They might. So stay up that extra hour, man. Watch that show with your loved one. Go out to dinner with your loved ones. You know, just say yes.
And more phone calls too, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Call up your peoples, man.
Yeah, because there might be
Call up your peoples, man,
that are not in your vicinity that you could go visit or just pull up on, right? You definitely, you got to remember to, I mean phone call.
Yeah.
No text.
FaceTime, man.
Like, text is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with text, right? But I mean, like, something to either see or hear the other person.
What's so funny too, bro, just real quick, is like, you know, I remember like when I was a kid, my mom being on the phone constantly.
Oh yeah.
Constantly. Like, and I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that, like, we didn't have cell phones, and my mom was at the crib on the house phone.
Right.
On the corded joint, and then on the cordless, you know what I'm saying? Right. On the cordless, talking to my grandma, to my uncles, to, you know, same thing with my pops, you know, talking to his mom, talking to my grandmama, talking to you. So we were so much more in tune with each other back then when we didn't have the means to communicate the way we do now. Now that we can communicate at the drop of a fucking finger, we don't say shit to each other.
Well, and that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I kind of mean by the texting part of it, man. Like, I don't have a problem with texting. I really don't. Like, texting's fine. It could be a great way for communication for little bits here and there. No issue with that. For sure. But, like, come on, man, just pick up the phone. Yeah. I know people are like, I hate the phone. I hate talking on the phone. So what, man? Somebody lives in Minnesota. Go.
But that's what you got FaceTime for, right?
FaceTime, or even, like I said, man, at least hearing the other person's voice. You guys are hearing the inflections of what the other person is saying.
Right.
It just comes across differently.
It does.
It just really does. There's something about that just comes across differently. I don't need to personally, me, I don't necessarily have to see your face, but to hear what is going on, I could tell a lot with what is coming out. I understand the words, and you can put that in a text, but hearing it from you is different. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the because you can be taken so different.
Because sometimes you can hear the crack in the voice, or you can hear the excitement. Right. You know what I mean? And it could just be slightly elevated, slightly lower. You know what I mean?
Remember when they used to tell you? They used to tell you when you answer the phone, like when you work for like a retail, whatever. They say when you answer the phone, answer it with a smile on your face. They can hear it. You know, ever been told that? Yes. I'll be on there frowning like a motherfucker. Thanks for calling.
Or did you do it with the frown and go, thanks for calling?
Or I did it with a smile. Thanks for calling.
Shoot. But you usually can hear a smile, though.
Yeah,
it is funny that you said that, because even though that's kind of
answer with a smile, they can hear it. You watch that video, they can hear it. Yeah.
But it is true though. Like
it is true though.
Like when you answer a phone, like we'll joke. I think we always know kind of where we're at. Like especially when you and I are talking, even right. Like if you call me, I'm like, "What up?" You kind of know my tone already. That's my tone. But then sometimes I'm like, I'll make a joke. I'll do
right,
or you'll be singing, or like you just kind of know, and it's a good way to know.
Yeah,
how that other person
for sure
is doing. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Because then you could go, you all right? You good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just answer the phone like, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, you know?
I'm good, man.
I'm good. I'm just tired, you know, or something. But anyways, yeah, I think it's super important, man, that we just I feel like this is just getting back to the basics. And that's like kind of what we talk.
BTB, man.
I'm going to end it with this.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I think it's where we started the conversation, right, of 2023. And just kind of honing everything back into place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like from 2020 till basically now, everything's just been scattered, a lot of information, yada, yada, whatever. Let's just hone everything back in and let's just kind of do what's, you know, right for us and right for our loved ones.
Yeah, man, for
you know,
sure.
and start taking care of each other just a little bit better. You know what I mean?
1,000.
It just steps.
Yeah.
You know, let's move in this right direction.
Yes, sir.
So, anyways, that's all I got, man.
That's all I got, man.
You guys stay safe. You guys stay positive.
And as always, this is The Gray Space. Peace.